Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. Just recently bought this a couple of days ago and going to unbox it and take a look what's inside. So first we'll take a look at what's on the box. This is just a standard combo. I think you get a creators bundle as well. I didn't bother with that because I do already own microphones and stuff like that, so I didn't see the point in paying extra for it. So on the back there it just gives us a little bit of the specifications and what's included in the bundle as well. So what we'll do is we'll start to unbox it. So we've got a little thing here with some stickers and documentation on it. And in there we've got a nice pouch for it, with all the bits inside here. We have the device itself. USB-C cable. A strap. And extender bit that goes on the bottom of it. So there's all the parts laid out here that came with it. And obviously the device itself, we'll take a look at that. There we go. Quite substantial weight compared to the second one. I've still got the second one which I use, even with the case on it. It's a good bit heavier and a good bit bigger as well. Let's just have a quick comparison. Yeah, there's quite a sizable difference. I didn't buy the Pocket 3, I didn't bother upgrading to that. I still use the 2 up until now. Still a great little camera. Obviously there's major improvements with this one. There was a lot of improvements with the third one, but this is an even bigger step up. The only thing straight off that I don't like about the new one, it doesn't come with this protector here, which to me has always been great. I like that about that. I just stick that in my pocket and I know it's protected. Just fits in like that. I've carried that about for a good couple of years now, never had any damage to it or anything. I just can pop it in and out this little case as I go to use it. Instead this one just has like a protector for the gimbal, holds it in place. Doesn't really protect that, nor the screen. So that I'm not really too keen on. Now I've had a look online and there are third parties that do make something similar to that, so I'm definitely going to pick one of them up in the future for this. But yeah, size wise and weight wise it's a lot more substantial than the second one, that's for sure. I'm actually just going to hold on to the second one as well and use it beside this one. Now I'm not going to quote all the major differences here, the technical specifications, you can get them online, but one of the major differences with this compared to the Pocket 3 and 2 is it's got built-in memory. It's 107 gig, which is really handy if you've not got a memory card straight away, or you just want that little bit extra space, so that's always good to have as well. And also I believe the sensor's a lot better as well. I think it's got the same size of sensor that is in the Pocket 3, so coming from a Pocket 3 to that, you're maybe not seeing a bigger jump as you will from the Pocket 2. See, I usually always wait a couple of models before I do upgrade. I don't tend to upgrade anything from model to model. Same with my phone and all that. I tend to wait. I usually just wait kind of 2-3 models ahead, so I do get the benefits of upgrading rather than just minimal. So This one also benefits from the bigger screen as well. Very small, the screen on the Pocket 2, so this is a nice size screen in comparison, plus you can turn it round and things like that. As I say, it is a little bit heavier, but not actually too much. Also always recommend fitting the strap to it and using that around your wrist just in case you drop it. It's never dropped this. Luckily I've always had the strap on it, but the fragility of these, if you just drop it, it's going to land on the lens and it's going to break. So I'd always recommend just fitting a strap to it before you use it. So what we'll do is, I'm going to go away and spend a couple of days with it, use it beside this, and we can compare some shots and things like that. So that's me back to conclude after about 2 weeks of using this. I must say, after using it for a good bit of time, the differences are huge compared to the Pocket 2. More noticeably when you're filming in darker light, the better sensor definitely makes a huge difference in this. Also like the fact that the screen's a lot better on it as well. It's obviously a lot clearer to see and line up your shots and stuff like that. Whereas the Pocket 2's screen's tiny, but it is usable. It's sometimes quite difficult to see what you're doing. One of the other things I liked about it is when you flip the screen that way, you're filming in landscape mode, and if you do that, it automatically switches to portrait mode, which is really handy. Also, another nice feature is the automatic zoom button you've got there. It gives you a 2x zoom, which is nice. The features I kind of seen a big improvement on is the active track as well, which kind of automatically tracks what if there's a subject that's moving, it will automatically track it. That's a lot better on the Pocket 4 than it is in the 2. The battery life on it's great. Took it out the full day and it lasted the full day pretty much, filming bits here and there, so never had any issues with that. You do get used to the bigger size straight away really once you start using it. I mean, when I unboxed it I says, well, it is a bit bigger, which it is, but when you're using it, it doesn't really seem that way. But really the main conclusion is here, is it worth the upgrade? If you've already got a Pocket 2 and you want to go to a 4, then I'd say 100%. It's definitely time to upgrade with the new features it's got on it, the better sensor, the built-in memory, which again came in handy for me because I forgot to put a SD card in it, which I would have had to have bought one, which saved me buying one, so I used the internal memory on it, which was great. Going back to earlier in the video, the only thing I didn't like is it didn't come with the case. The second one came in, but I did find a third party one on Amazon, which was pretty good. So you just put the Pocket in there and close it over. This was about £20 on Amazon. I'll put the link for it down below, which I would say this is a kind of must own if you're going to be using it and keeping it in your pocket and stuff like that. I don't trust the gimbal protector that came with it, which is pretty useless to be honest. That's what I always liked about this camera, was a little case for it. Just put it in, you're ready to whack it in your pocket or whatever, and it's not going to get damaged. So unfortunately, you need to spend a little bit extra and get that, but that is what it is really. Hopefully when they bring out the next one, they will go back to putting one of them in it, because that's part of the main bundle as far as I'm concerned. When you buy one, you can expect a nice case for it, but cutbacks and stuff, isn't it? But hopefully this video helps some of you guys out, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers, bye bye.